What's up? I'm Nick Mortis. This is 3D game development using me code. Today's topic is going to be something that I see a lot of people ask questions on or make comments on. And this is not a video for the super successful individual that's on YouTube right now with millions of followers, but more or less for people with smaller channels. And whether you really believe what I'm saying or not, you can take this advice from someone that's actually been in business for half his life, considering I'm almost 42 years old. Okay, since the time I walked out of high school, I have been an independent business owner. The first business that I actually started was in mortgage brokerage. It was a company called East Bank Financial. I helped people find finance and get loans for homes, and moved into construction in certain other areas. Okay, I know a lot of people would watch my videos and wouldn't necessarily believe that I'm a businessman considering how I dress, but I don't dress like this to do business, and people that know me already know I'm a casual Friday suit and tie type of guy. Okay, so moving on. The topic of today's video is basically how do you succeed in business, and the answer is already given right there in the title. You have to stop really caring about what people think in general. Okay, and I will explain what I mean basically, and just keep it straight to the point. Um, I have a lot of comments that are made towards me when it comes to my games, uh, where people say things like, I won't ever succeed because I run a small studio, I don't use programs like Unreal and Unity, and I use Godot, and Godot's not capable of making AAA games. Or people don't play low poly games, or they don't play mini games, and that is simply not true. As far as I know, yeah, I don't know if mini games and other things have caught on a large scale, but uh, quite frankly, I don't really care. Okay, after I posted a video about me taking a break from game development, I lost a couple of followers because people thought that I had just tapped out. Either I was out of ideas, or you know, whatever the reason was. I appreciate everybody who stuck with me and the people that jumped on the train as well, because um, the only reason that I posted that video was, if you actually saw, was about the community outreach program, but more or less because I'm running multiple businesses at one time, and it's not very easy to do all of that stuff at one time. Okay, so taking a break is not the same as me quitting and tapping out. Even though people say a lot of things about my businesses, and I may not be as large as other businesses, and I'll be straightforward enough to say right now, because until the day I'm dead, that will actually be the day that I quit and tap out. Okay, if nobody else gets behind me with what I'm doing, just the same as how other people in the industry, as far as indie developers, may feel, and it's a large amount of people out there that would feel like as if there's no real hope for it. But keep your head up, because you never know what can actually happen. You can't succeed if you give up, tap out. Okay, um, really, I don't believe there's a such thing as, if you're going to be in business and try to seek success, as quitting. Because what is the point of going all the way, 90% of the way, 95% of the way, and then just quitting and tapping out? Okay, if you really believe in what you do and believe in your dream, then you're never going to quit. Truth be told, is a big misconception I hear people say all the time. Well, when I get rich, I'm just gonna quit working. That's not true. When you move up the ladder and you become more successful, you're probably going to work more than what you have ever worked in order to keep what you have. And once again, due to the fact that I'm not a guy, and I say this all the time, a guy in a suit with $1 million and a Ferrari parked out front, people don't really believe that people like myself or other people have actually seen success in what you know we speak on, what we've been doing. Partly due to the fact that I have contracted my own work for a very long time in several areas is why I'm actually still alive. Okay, because you can't necessarily depend on going out here and getting a job. The same thing I tell kids when I'm talking, doing, those small community speeches, or just speaking to people in general. You can't really just count on going out here and working two jobs and then retiring anymore. Look at how old some of the seniors are retiring. Okay, so if you think that the word quit applies to you at all, there's really no such thing as quit. You can't quit. If you quit and you tap out, what's the point of getting started? Okay? So regardless of what people say uh, about my, shoe company, considering we still moving along, we have new designs and other things coming along with that. I still have other game projects that I'm working on besides the one that I'm showcasing little by little. I don't really feel like I need to put out a whole bunch of material because I don't really want, other people to kind of see what I'm working on. I have a lot of things that I'm working on with the current game. I just haven't really posted yet, but I'm trying to keep a lot of that low key. Even though I get real excited, like most people, and want to post a whole bunch of material to show the world. You can't really do that. But just in general, stay vigilant. Even though things may seem like you up one day and then you go back in the red, bounce back, bouncing back, and always staying in the game is obvious. Is really the only way you can see success. And don't listen to what other people say because other people might actually be trying to steer you away from your success. Okay, a lot of times you may think you may have friends and business partners that stuck it out with you in the beginning, but you still have to realize that most people in life have an agenda. Everyone has an agenda. It doesn't matter if they seem, like they're just going along with things. Always map things out and have things planned out, regardless of whether you have partners or people who are working with you. But regardless of what they say, even at times what you may think, a lot of times like other people, I've even, you know, I kind of raked things off the table and had to start from scratch. I've even had those moments myself, but still, once again, having to realize what would be the point of me scrapping everything out of one emotional moment because I don't feel like the world is accepting what I'm putting out. Okay, truth be told, I may never blow up and have 1 million followers on YouTube. Some of the music tracks I make that a lot of people have checked out, and I appreciate listening to the page Fly Paper Records. I've been making music for a very long time, but just because I'm not successful or some big name producer does not mean I'm going to stop. I'm not going to stop because at some point in time, somebody else may hear it down the line a couple of years from now, and it may blow up. It may not. But the only way that I will know if I will succeed is if I just don't stop. Okay? Don't stop. If it's worth the time and worth the effort putting in, and put the time in and see it through. Okay? Don't care about what your friends say. Sometimes your family may not even support you or see things, especially when it comes to business. Friends and family will not see things the way that you see things or see things the way that things need to run or even be involved. You may have to do it yourself. As I've said in other videos, I do 95% of this myself. I have a partner for the apparel company. Thank God. Samuel Lynn, appreciate you. But there have been a lot of other people that literally see what we do and the small success that comes from it. And also how we give back to the community from the things that we make from it, because it's not all taken. Okay, we do give back to the community, but they see those things and they see how positive it is, and they still won't get online. They'd much rather still go left and do other things. In some cases, it's not successful at all. I can't speak specifically on everybody's situation, but if you are doing something that's a waste of your time and your life, then you can't be surprised with what you run into, okay? Because there are people like me who are small business owners who are literally trying to, pull people into a positive gap, but what's given to them by the world is always going to be more popular than what people like myself are trying to do, okay? You better believe if you are a good-hearted person and you're really trying to do something positive to help people around you, you're not going to get very much reward for it, especially if you're not trying to make it some social media trending hype type thing, okay? Like boxing coaches who have their own gym, who try to bring kids in off the street to try to show them that they can be successful in other ways. Some kids move towards it and they move on, and some fall back. But once again, I don't really expect too many people to watch this video to get what I'm saying, because what's pushed by social media is, in many cases, not necessarily positive. Okay? This video may get totally ghosted, but if you happen to watch it, I hope you learned something from it, and I will be posting videos in the future just discussing a few more of my experiences. But no, I'm not giving up game development. Game development is something I've been doing since I was 12, 13 years old. And I love game development because I can always put something new on the screen that hasn't been done. Okay, it's just like an addiction. Okay, it's not something that I go totally out for to try to make $1 million off of. Like I said, if it turns out to be something because people actually like it, then it is what it is. I'm not doing this solely to set out to be some video game millionaire, or see my company blow through the roof. And if I see some success off, God willing, it is what it is. And man, blessing be a blessing. And hopefully I can take a lot more people that I'm talking to and working with on social media and YouTube, and other people in other areas of business, along with me for the ride, for the good ride, not the bad one. Okay, but stay vigilant, stay positive. Sometimes you might have to plug your ears, or just sit and look at people with a straight face like I do when you know something's coming across and it's not totally 100. Just spend more time listening. Don't talk so much. If you're talking, then you can't really hear what's going on. You can't really keep seeing what's going on. Listen more than talk. Okay? But other than that, man, that's all I got to give for right now. I got to get back to this game development. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys take the advice, because trust me, it will take you a long way in life. I'm the Nick Mortis. Oh yeah, by the way, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, tap that notification bell, and subscribe. Share it too, by the way. Oh yeah, hold on. Y'all know I gotta do this every video. This is my company mascot for 82 The Games. Howard the Turtle. On Instagram, you already know. Alright, bro. I'm the Nick Mortis. I'm out.